Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures, otherwise known as the Hey, I filmed my entire What's in My Pull Box video yesterday without sound and managed to upload it without realizing that there was zero sound attached to it. So, Mark, that's your forte.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little voiceover. See how well that goes. If
So,
not, we'll just turn it into one of those old westerns. I'll throw it into Oregon and we'll throw up some cards that have like a title on it or something like that. What she's saying.
we could do like really bad subtitles.
Yes. What she's really saying.
Anywho, I'm refilming my What's in My Pull Box video. Yes, it's Thursday. I understand that. But 36 people watched my What's in My Pull Box video, or at least started it, and only one person commented and said, "Hey, you have no sound." So this is my pull box for this new week in comics. So as always, we're going to start off with DC. And first off is Nightwing issue 28. So this is the Spiral storyline. If you're at all a Grayson fan, I really loved reading the books about Agent Grayson. If you don't already know, that's Dick Grayson when he gave up the Nightwing mantle and went into the world of being a secret agent spy type guy. Anyway, he was working for Batman and, double agent type stuff, but it was really awesome and it read very well in trade, so I collected it in trade. Next is Justice League issue 28. The art's pretty. It's a Brian Hitch book. I'm not gonna say that it's written amazingly well, because it honestly is not, but it's pretty to say the least. Next is Superman issue 30. So this is a continuation of the Yellow Lantern Sinestro storyline. Pretty awesome. Superman's been a pretty solid read. I mean, I have not always been the biggest Superman fan, but I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying the hell out of the story. So continuing on is Green Arrow issue 30. So this is the continuation of him teaming up with various Justice League characters. And I really love this issue because he's teaming back up with Green Lantern. So if you're at all a fan of the old Green Arrow, Green Lantern stories, I feel like this is going to be pretty awesome. Also, I really love this cover. I really love this cover. I wish we'd had a bit more of a throwback to that story in the cover. Just if we had like an entire array of revamped Green Arrow, Green Lantern covers for this, I probably would have been a dumbass and bought them all, but that's just me. Continuing on is Batman issue 30. So this is the continuation of the War of Jokes and Riddles. Another great cover. It's been a pretty solid read for any Batman fan out there. It's been pretty fun. Next is DC's Bombshells United issue 1. So I typically collect Bombshells, the main story, in trade. However, I have collected certain issues for certain covers or certain storylines. And I gotta tell you, this cover looks like so much fun to me. I love it so much. I had to get it. I hope it's amazing, because the other is amazing. Next is Deathstroke issue 23. So this is the continuation of the Defiance storyline. And I mean, if you're reading Deathstroke at all, if you've ever read a Deathstroke book, you'll know that Slade is always at odds with Rose Wilson, Ravager being his daughter. And if you can see by this cover, she's stabbing him in the back with one of her swords. So that's kind of cool. And her entire team is all like, oh my god. Also, I fell in love with the variant cover. I had to get it. It's so beautiful. I love Rose Wilson as a character. I loves me some Ravager. So, you know, an amazing Ravager cover. I had to get it. So pretty. Next is Harley Quinn issue 27. I do love the beach blanket that Harley's on. The old school Batman and Robin cover. So that's kind of cool. Of course, with Harley Quinn, you know I had to get the Frank Cho variant. I know a lot of people have been talking a lot of smack on these Cho variants for Harley, saying that they're just kind of overdone and overworked. But you know what? I myself am a fur mom. I've got my little fur babies with my dog and my kittens. So, you know, I totally get this. I love it. I've been loving the hell out of these covers. I think they're amazing. I always have to pick them up when I see them. Collect what you love. So, I collect those. And next from DC's Young Animal imprint is Doom Patrol issue 8. Doom Patrol's always been a really weird / interesting book. And this cover definitely fits that.
Sorry.
It's a very interesting cover. Yeah, Mark's still sick, by the way. Continuing on, we're going to jump into Marvel, which I know, I have Marvel books 2 weeks in a row. Oh my god, what is happening? But continuing on, I have Hawkeye issue 10. Y'all know I love Hawkeye. I've loved the hell out of this run with Kate, and I'm going to be really sad when this is completely done. But pretty great cover right there. And next is Spider-Man Deadpool issue 21. And as you can see from the cover, it's a Murder World story, which I don't think I've seen Murder World since the Elektra story, which we all know that book's been canceled, unfortunately, because I was actually really, really enjoying it. But Murder World, kind of cool, kind of interesting, very excited. So moving on into the indies, I have Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, The Big Lie, issue 6. I have really, really been enjoying this storyline. I mean, there's a lot of twists, a lot of turns. It's definitely very respectful to the source material of the characters, and you can definitely tell that the creative team behind this are true fans of the characters and what else is going on here. So I would definitely pick this up in trade if you're not already reading it, especially if you're a Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys fan, or even if you're just kind of like a murder mystery type fan. I mean, it's pretty great. My mom actually kind of forcefully raised me on Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, so I have a love-hate relationship with them. Next is Motor Crush, issue number 6, and this is the continuation of the racer who is... Quit knocking stuff over, Mark. The racer who is addicted to Crush, and we find out that she's got some kind of strange powers or abilities associated with the Crush, and we find out that her father isn't actually her real father, and it's very crazy, it's very all over the place. And the end of the first arc, we find out that she ran so fast to get away from the situation that she basically disappeared across a very large distance. Well, when she finally got back home, it was 2 years later, I believe. It's been a minute since I've read that issue, but it was like a 2-year gap that she'd been missing. So I really, really loved the art throughout, and it was written quite well. It was very Need for Speed-esque art, so I'm about it. So next is from Aftershock Comics, and that's Animosity: The Rise, issue number 3. So Animosity, the main story with Sander and Jesse, has been all about family and different ideals of love and what you're willing to do for the ones that you love and care about. Where Animosity, the Rise, has been more about individual survival, and it's more about this human trapped amongst animals and just trying to not get eaten or slaughtered, and the animals really are taken over. And I gotta tell you, I really, really love this cover. It's a seal that's balancing a human skull on his nose, and he's coming up out of a pool of water. So if the cover's any indication, I can tell you right now, this is a much more violent book than Animosity is, but it's kind of been spectacular as well. So last but certainly not least, and that is What is a Glacier from Sophie, I think that's Yenow. But this is an interesting book. It's super weird, to put it very mildly. This is not a book for someone who is your typical comic book fan, in my opinion. This is definitely much more of a stretched out essay about life and exploration and what it means just to be an individual. So I definitely would not suggest this for everyone, but I don't know, I appreciated it for what it is. The art is not the greatest. Definitely I think I could draw the same comic and be totally on par, if not a little bit better. But that's just my own mentality. But I really did enjoy the writing throughout. There were moments where I was like, what is the purpose of this? But to me, it's literally just questioning yourself and questioning life and, what is your purpose? So definitely not for everyone. I would not suggest that everyone just rush out and go pick this up. But especially not with the price tag. It's like $6, which, that's even more expensive than some Marvel books that are out right now. I mean, you could get 2 DC books for this, or, basically 2 really great indie books for this price. But I think if you're interested in a really well thought out essay format in a book, maybe check it out. But that's just me. So as always, guys, give me a like if you like this video, comment below and tell me whether or not you'd like to see reviews of any of these books, whether or not you would like to know what is a glacier. Also, comment below and tell me whether or not you were really pissed off when you clicked on my video. If you're one of the 36 people that did click on my video that saw that there was 0 sound to it. I'm still very, very sorry about that. As always, my technical side, Mr. Mark, is in charge of the microphone, but, we're not going to yell at Mark.
It's okay. I was number 36.
Because he's sick. We're not going to yell at Mark. But thank you to the one person that did comment below on that video and tell me, hey, there's no sound. So, as always, guys, subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.